So testable predictions have been made according to the creation-based thinking. One of them is, if Noah's flood formed dinosaur and other fossils only 4,500 or so years ago, then they may still contain measurable amounts of the short-lived radioactive isotope carbon-14, also called radiocarbon. On the other hand, any fossil deposited before the limit of carbon-14 longevity, which is around 100,000 theoretical years, would have no carbon-14 left. Now, a team of secular scientists use radiocarbon to argue against the preservation of dinosaur collagen, but without knowing it, affirmed the biblical flood option. Examples of radiocarbon discoveries that are out of place for the evolutionary time keep piling up. Medical doctor Paul Gim accumulated dozens of examples back in 2001. His long list of secular publications cited radiocarbon in coal, oil, and even marble. Now, a Chicago Field Museum-led team published one more in the journal eLife. It seems as though almost everywhere we look, we find young-looking carbon. The eLife study authors carefully excavated a bone from a ceratopsian called Centrosaurus apertus, found in the Dinosaur Park formation of Alberta, Canada. The team reported radiocarbon levels with an age of 33,790 years old. This falls right in the middle of values from other Cretaceous fossils. In other words, even without using the strictest pre-treatments, they obtained results that look just the same. The eLife authors assume that all the Centrosaurus radiocarbon must be contamination from recent carbon that somehow naturally injected into the bone, perhaps by microbes. They wrote, as the carbon in the dinosaur bone is not radiocarbon dead, this suggests an influx of more modern carbon into the fossil. Or it could just simply suggest the fossil is young. They offered no evidence for the influx hypothesis, but merely asserted it based on their assumption of 75 million years for the Centrosaurus. They reasoned that since something that old can no longer have radiocarbon, therefore all of the samples measured radiocarbon must have come from modern sources. But where would all the recent radiocarbon come from? How would it get inside and then become part of the bone? If that much modern radiocarbon can go that deep and that recently, then how can we trust any radiocarbon result? And why would the standard pre-treatment used at the University of Bristol's radiocarbon lab fail to remove contamination? The very basis for using radiocarbon to make age estimates for archaeological samples. The study authors addressed none of these challenges. With young-looking carbon in over 60 supposedly millions of years old fossils plus this new Centrosaurus, the contamination excuse is really starting to look silly. Maybe they look so young because they are so young. This is another example where these uniformitarian assumptions and millions of years are a hindrance to science. Thanks for watching everyone, and may you all have a blessed day.